What's up guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to be working on the sign up page because we would like to create secret burritos. But before we can actually do that, we need to log in. And before we can even log in, we need to be able to create users. So let's go ahead and go into the sign up component and start working on that. So for this, we're just going to create a very basic form button and form component from semantic UI. I'm going to import browser history, that way we can redirect them after they sign up. React router, then import GraphQL. This will let us make our request, and because there's only one mutation that we're going to do here, we don't need to use the compose function. GraphQL tag. Okay, but we do need to put export default down here again. Sign up page. Alright. Now let's go into our render function. So we're going to be creating a form with an on submit. We'll go to handle submit. Close the form. And then in our form, we're going to put a field. Close the field. Create a label. This will just be the email or the username if they wish. And then create an input. Name is equal to username. On change. If you're going to be using forms in a real application, I recommend Redux forms, but since this is a small application, we're just going to do it this way, e.target.value, and I need to actually create a constructor now and tab this over, add a state, so this state.username and placeholder. I'm calling it username and email. It doesn't really matter. Then we can close it off here. So let's come back up here and create the state. So constructor props super props. This dot state is equal to username and also password. And then this dot handle submit is equal to this dot handle submit dot bind, and then handle submit. Worry about that function after we finish filling out our component. Okay, so we got the input for our email. You can just copy this field and do basically the same thing for password. Okay, we're just going to change the name to password. And then we're going to be changing password field in our state. Password here, placeholder, password, and we're going to set the type to password so it hides what they type. Close the field off, and then at the bottom we'll have a button that allows us to submit. Sign up button. Alright, so that is our form. Let's see if it rendered. Awesome. It won't actually do anything yet when we click submit. And what we'd like to do is, to sign up with a GraphQL mutation. So mutation, sign up, email, with whatever the email is, and password with whatever password they pass in. So we can copy that. And we can create a mutation down here. Const sign up mutation. And we're going to paste that in. Now, this does not work just out of the box because we would like to put in what we would basically want to use sign up as a variable. So whatever whatever they input into the form, we would like to put into our mutation here. So what we have to do is we need mutation there, of course, is allow variables. And now to do variables, you have to start out with a $, and then the name of your variable, and then the type. So we need to create 2, password and email. So string, oops. And then inside here, we can then do $email, $email, and $password, $password. So now we can actually, when we actually create our mutation below here, or create the prop for a mutation, we'll pass in variables that will go here and here. So const sign up is equal to GraphQL sign up mutation, comma, and then it's good, props, props, and then I want to do it like this, mutate, just like the other one. Alright, and then in here, this again, whatever name you put right here, I'm using sign up. This will be in your props, and for this one we want to actually pass in a username or an email and a password, and then we're going to mutate. And when we mutate now, we need to pass in the variables. So variables, email, comma, password. And notice how the name here matches the name in our mutation. That's very important. So they line up. And then after our mutation, we can dot then. And then we're pretty much ignoring the result. And then we browser history dot push, and we go into the login page where we can then log in. Now, if this was an actual application, you would want to of course not ignore the return from the server. See if you actually put a valid username and password and check that sort of thing. But this is fine for demonstration purposes. Okay, so now we just need to call it on our component. So we wrap it like that. And now we can access the props. So if we actually can do something for our handle submit here, we can say this.props.signup and call that mutation, passing in this.state.username and this.state.password. e.prevent default and this dot set state, and then we'll just reset the form and password. Okay, so that is working quite nicely. So now I'm going to come back over here. Oh, looks like I have a syntax error. Let's see what's going on here. Found name string, expected colon. Looks like I have a syntax error here. Mutation email, for my password. So make sure you use colon here. So now if we come back over here, okay, it renders nicely. I'm going to use Bob for my email, Bob for my password. We're going to sign up, log in. It looks like everything works. We can go back to our interactive query right here and actually check if it worked by logging in now. Email, I gave was Bob, and password I gave was also Bob. So we run that, and notice it gives us a token, so we successfully created a user named Bob. All right, so the sign up page is all done. Next, we want to implement logging in the login page, which we'll do in the next video.